Okay, so let's just start from this one. Use hex code for specific colors. Okay, so the hex code. So now we have decimals like 0 to 9, and then binary 0 1 0 1, right? And just like that, we have a number system called hexadecimals. Okay, so it have 16 valid values, 0 to 9, and then A to F. Okay, as mentioned here. So we got 16 valid values. Okay, so we can use all these 16 values together to create colors. Okay, so for example, the black color is hashtag and then 6 times 0. Okay, so this value should be equals to 6 digit. Okay, it is usually a 6 digit in hexadecimal, as hexa means 6. Okay, so it says replace the word black in your body here with elements background color with hex code representation. Okay, so the hex code for black is 000. You can either write it like this 3 times 0, which will just double it. Okay, so this 0 will be doubled. Okay, so it will become 00 for the browser. Then the second 0 will be doubled, which will become, and this one will also be doubled. So writing 3 times 0, okay, and writing 6 times 0 is same. Similarly, for the white is, this is white, this is also white. Let me show you one more. This is just a lighter shade of black. Okay, this is 3 times 5 is same as writing 6 times 5. Makes sense? A B 7. Okay, this is same as A B B 7 7. See, the first one is repeated twice, the second one is repeated twice, and the third one is repeated twice. This is because in the CSS we use colors the most, so you should know what and how to create different types of colors and what are the shortcuts for creating them. 9C9. Okay, you see a color here. Let's make it 0 actually. Okay, you see a darker color here. It is same as writing 99CC and 00. Make sense? We can also write okay, so it is RGB. The first two are the red, the second two it green, and RGB. Okay, it's a green. The first two are red, the second two are green, and the last two are blue as RGB. F is the maximum value in a hexadecimal. We got 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 A B C D E F. So F is the maximum value, so I maximize the value for green, and 0 is the lowest value, so I provide the lowest values for red and blue, so the complete color will turn into green. If I minimize this value to 00, it's black for the red. The first two are the red, and I'm going to maximize the value for the red by FF, so it's a red. Lower the value, and I'm going to maximize the value for blue, and it works. It will work fine if I do this also. You know how, because it is now same as 0000 and FF. Make sense? You can create lighter shades of blue also. Let's say right now 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, it's a black. Okay, the first two are the red. Next, instead of just maximizing the red, just let's keep it a little lower, AA. Okay, then I'm gonna put a AA here also, and a AA, and you see it's a you can say dark white color. Okay, so now I'm gonna tell you more about colors. Okay, because it is really important that you understand how to use them. So white is FFF. Okay, if you want a little darker white, just go with the what's before F, which is EEE. Okay, you see it's a little more darker white. Okay, then go for DDD. It is more darker white. CCC. Okay, similarly you can go for BBB, AAA. Okay, makes sense. Now you got the darkest white. You cannot go before A, it's 999, so you can go to that, but as soon as you turn to 999, it's gonna get converted into grays. So these are all gray colors. 777. They are no longer darker white, they are gray. They are, you see, they are turning into gray, darker and darker. Okay, because we are reaching close to 000. This is the color most programmers use instead of completely zero. If you're gonna provide a back color to your background, you're gonna use 111 instead of 000 because there's just too much black. People don't use it. People use 111. They do prefer it. Yeah, it's because of the color theory and everything. And okay, we're just gonna keep it 000 to complete this test. Run test, and it worked. Okay, if you wanted to complete this all very faster, it could be even faster without the videos, but I'm going to explain you everything. So use hex code to mix colors. To review hex code, use 6 hexadecimal values digits to represent colors, two each for the, yeah, as I told you, the first two are for the red, the second two are for the green, and the last two are for the blue. From these, red green can vary. For example, so orange is pure red mixed with some green and no blue. Yeah, you already know that. Okay, we have learned that when we were small in the art and crafts. Replace the color color words in our style element with their correct hex codes. Okay, okay. So instead of red, here's the red text. Okay, we wanted to put the hex code. We know what's the hex code for the red. Maximize the red, which is the first two digit, and minimize the rest two combinations. And you can write it like this, or you can write it like this. It's same. You see, same. Okay, then it's green text, so you know how to write green. Either you can minimize red, maximize green, minimize blue, and it's a green. Okay, or you can go for the shortcut, which is this, and it still works. What happened? We wanted a green. It should work. I don't know what happened. Okay, let's just make this one to work. Okay, Dodger blue. Okay, I don't know the hex code for that because you cannot memorize the hex code for everything. Oh, I got it why this one didn't work, and it's a little mistake. I'm not putting hashtags here. Okay, you should work now. Okay, working. Okay, for the Dodger one, we have to write the complete code because the digits are not repeating. So 1E90FF, and it's Dodger blue. For the orange tag, as you know that orange is a mixture of red and green and no blue, so we can guess that the last two digits are going to be 00. The first one is going to be the maximized, and we're going to keep the green a bit low. So maximizing red, keeping green low, and minimizing blue. We got orange. Make sense? Run the code, and whoopsie daisy. Run the code. What's that? You okay? I guess they for the word red and for the word green. Okay, this the way I wrote here works, and we use it in the real world, but I guess your compiler here does not support this, so we have to write it in the full form. Okay, let's just go. Use abbreviated hex codes. Okay, yeah, now they are gonna show us how to use abbreviated hex code here. This is the short form that I was talking about. This is a short form. This is same as writing 00FFFF. So they just want us to change the colors to the abbreviated forms here. Okay, and we are not going to go with the documentation because we are already doing that even from the starting. So the red text, we know how to do this. The way is maximize red, minimize green, minimize blue. Okay, and the shortcut is this. Works. Okay, this color here, I don't know the hex code, so it's the hex code for this color is maximize red, minimize green, maximize blue. Okay, and the shortcut will be this thing. Does this make sense? I guess it does. For the cyan color, it's minimize red, maximize green, maximize blue. This is the cyan color, and the shortcut is gonna be this. Okay, and the green, we already know how to do the green. Minimize red, maximize green, minimize blue. Okay, and these two are repeating, so we can remove one. These two are repeating, so we can remove one, and we can remove one from here, and it works. Run the test. Okay, submit and go to the next challenge. Use RGB values to color elements. RGB, this is the same way as we were using the hash codes. Okay, the first two were going in the starting like 00FF. Okay, so mathematically if we see that we got 0 to 9 and A to F. Okay, so we get 16, and then 16, if we have two digit like what I say, how can I explain? Okay, just a second. Okay, let's say if we have digits like two digits here, 00. Okay, the first one can hold a value from 1 to 9. Okay, and A to F, so we get 16 possible combinations for the first digit. Similarly, we get 16 possible combinations for the second digit also, which is 256, and one combination is repeated twice. So we get 255 possible combinations with hexadecimal values. So that's how we get 255 here. Okay, so we can provide 255 combinations for the red, for the green, and for the blue. We write the code here like this. Let me show you. It is ff is the maximum value, so it's gonna be 255. Okay, so we just write RGB, put brackets. The first one is gonna hold the hexadecimal converted into decimal value for the red. I'm gonna repeat, hexadecimal value converted into decimal value. So hexadecimal value ff is equals to 255, so we're gonna write 255. This is gonna represent the red color. We're gonna minimize the green and minimize the blue. When we close it, we see red. Okay, that's the explanation I told you. If you do the math to digit integer and everything, let's just don't go with the math that much. Let's replace the hex code in our body's elements background color with the RGB values for black. As we know, the hexadecimal value for the black is 000. So if you convert 0 to integer, or you can say decimal format also, then it's just gonna be 0. So let's just keep it 0, and you see we get a black. So we're gonna go to the next challenge. Use RGB to mix colors. Okay, now we're gonna use RGBs. Just a second.